Hi, it's Leanne at Body Shop Performance. Hope you're well and staying healthy. I've just finished reading a really good book. It's called Slim by Design and it's by a chap called Brian Wanzink, PhD. Slim by Design, it's called. And I've just condensed it down into 12 really key ideas for how you can control things like portion sizes, how you can manage your weight when you're particularly at home, but also in the office, and how you can control snacking. From conversations I've been having with many of you, that seems to be an issue for quite a few. So I condensed down to 12 points what to do about this. And I want to just read out to you 5 that I think are going to be really impactful for you, particularly around the area of snacking. So if you're working from home at the moment, you're finding yourself, with all sorts of different foods in the kitchen, it's just a short walk away, and you're finding yourself in there too often or gaining a little bit of weight perhaps, here's what you need to know. So point number 1 is insight in stomach. That's a phrase in Brian Wanzink's book. Insight in stomach. So hide anything you don't want to be snacking on out of the way. And in combination with that, have it in some sort of neutral wrapper. You want to make the snacky item as unattractive as you possibly can. So maybe you wrap the biscuits in a black bin liner, so you associate that with rubbish. They'll look less appealing. Certainly can't look very appealing when it's a black bag, and you've got that connotation of rubbish. So it might help. He uses the example in the book of a warm Pepsi. There was a guy who drank endless amounts of Pepsi every day. So he said, fine, I'm not going to reduce the number of bottles. Let's call it 10. I'm not going to ask you to reduce the 10 bottles, but I am going to tell you that you can only put 2 of them in the fridge. And he actually drank this Pepsi because he didn't want to drink it warm. So make it less attractive. So that's 2 points. Put the good stuff in a transparent wrapper so it's clearly visible. So for example, if you've got fruit, have it prominently out on the counter and not in its wrapper, so you can clearly see the apples and the orange. You can see the texture, you can see the colours of those things, so we are drawn towards them. And the other point that he raised was about buying in bulk. When we buy in bulk, it's been proven via the various scientific studies that he did in the book that we tend to eat faster when we buy in bulk. So interesting. So have very few things in the house if you can that are snacky, that are not good things that you want to be having. If you've got kids and you want them to have a few crisps and biscuits and other things, hide it away. You may literally put it under lock and key, but hide it away. Put it at the back where the wrappers can't be seen and you have to forage around to get to it. So to recap, insight in stomach. Have anything you don't want to be snacking on out of sight. Wrap it up in a dark wrapper. Make it unattractive. Make it unappealing, like the warm Pepsi, for example. Put good stuff in a transparent wrapper so it's easily seen. And don't bulk buy because it's been scientifically proven that when we do, we eat things quicker. So hopefully that helps you. If you're managing your weight while you're at home, fantastic, good for you. Being at home does not need to mean being in the kitchen and snacking all the time, but I do understand we're under a lot of pressure. And for many of us, it's something that we reach out and do to make us feel more comfortable. I know that I do that as well. So I'm going to be putting some of this stuff into practice. And lastly, I'm going to attribute all those ideas to Brian Wanzik in this brilliant book. It's not a new book. I've had this for quite a while. It's called Slim by Design, and you can find it on Amazon. In fact, I'll post a link in the comments. That's it from me. I'll talk to you very soon. Stay healthy.